Inmates, how's life behind bars? Not these bars, but these bars. For me, it's those bars right there. I would use two hands, but they're the ones holding the camera. I am here in, luckily, sunny Picos. It has threatened to rain today, but it didn't, which is great. It's my second day here, and we are having some great ride outs and coffee breaks and lunches, letting my hair down. But the guys at HQ back in the UK asked me to film this because there's a video due to be edited and released tomorrow on our YouTube channel, which is the second endorsement of the R90. Well, really, it's the third endorsement of the R90 because we've got the video of when I collected it. There'll be a links up above and down below so you can see that. And then we did a video last week or the week before showing some of the modifications that we've done to that bike. So if you missed that video, please check the link out above and below for that one. But this video you're about to watch is about the exhaust and the BHP Remap. So we've been filming content on this R90 for several weeks now because it's all in bits and bobs. But let's start off going back probably a month ago or so when we took it to BHP just to get the map modified. So we didn't change anything on the bike. We just took it up to Cal at BHP UK and got that modified map fitted. Whilst I've been out here riding around the Picos, I've been taking a bit of time to reflect. Now, a lot of you who have followed for years will know that we've done raffle bikes. We've given bikes away. Well, you buy a raffle ticket for £5 and then we end up announcing it in a raffle. These have been very successful. And previously we've had a brand spanking new bike, unregistered. That was through Roy Pidcock, who unfortunately are no longer with us. But thinking about whether we do this again or not. So if I was to raffle off a bike this year, what would you want it to be? Now, there's been a question on YouTube on our channel already. So please, can you go onto our YouTube channel? Will, can you put a link down below, please, mate? So people can find easily this link where we've put a poll out there, a question. What bike would you like us to get in and do a raffle on? Now, I'm thinking either my own GSA, my own R1300 GS Adventure, but I think the business, a bike thing, I think we need that for a little bit longer because there's still so much more stuff coming out. But would someone rather me raffle that bike off or maybe a Ducati Pikes Peak or something like that? What sort of bike would you like us to raffle off next? Please let us know in that poll. Hopefully there's a link down below in the description to help you know where to go to. Everyone's busy. Okay. Right, I am off to BHP UK to go and get this bike right here. Oh, you can't see it, can you? There it is right there. We're going to go and get this put on the dyno and at BHP UK, and then we're going to be getting it mapped as factory standard. Then I'm going to ride it back, give you some feedback exactly how it feels on the way home to tell you how the map reacts on it, just to give you an idea of how much better it is, how improved it is. But then when we're going to get back here, we're putting a decatted Akrapovic header pipe on there, titanium, and a Jekill Hyde system. And then we're going to take it back up to BHP again, put it on the dyno, get it mapped, dyno again, and then just find out exactly all the stats on it. So it's quite interesting content here. So what's the date today? I think it's 11th of April today. So by the time this video goes out there, it's probably going to be late May, early June. Just trying to fit all these things in to the diary before ABR. And this bike will be at ABR with the whole new system on there so you can hear what it's like. Right, let's go. I love this bike, I really do. I'm looking forward to it. So I've got 2 hours, 18 minutes ride up to Burnley, 129 miles to do. Should be there for just gone midday. Right, let's go. Now, I know it's telling me to turn right out of here, but I've been told there's a load of slurry on the road from the farmers, so I'm going to turn left. bike thing. A bike thing. Right, well, I don't think I need to bore you with the whole of this journey, so I'm going to turn off and turn back on when we get nearer. But if anything interesting pops up, then I will turn the camera back on again. Okay, so we're just round the corner. Right, so stop for a quick Starbucks break. This car's cutting the corner. Right, I'm turning right here. So I'm just outside Accrington Stanley. Where? Exactly? Do you know, I actually didn't know Accrington was a real place. When I was a little boy, I remember there's an advert on TV advertising milk, how calcium and everything is good for you, and how young boys, well, they use boys in the advert, but young boys should drink milk to get good energy and strong bones and muscles, etc. And there's two boys in the advert, and they're obviously big football fans, and they're saying, if I drink lots of milk now, I'll be good enough to play for Accrington Stanley. And the other boy says, who? And he goes, exactly. So it's quite funny. Anyway, so are we up north? I wouldn't say it's up north, but we're just coming into Burnley shortly. So it's been quite a nice ride. It's been sunny but a bit cold. This leather bell staff, that's nice. What was that? That looked really nice. This leather bell staff isn't quite warm enough for the temperature it is right now. It's around about 14 or 15 degrees outside, that's pretty warm for this time of year in England. But sitting on the motorway doing 70, I'm being a bit chilly. Yeah, the only downside to Kalimoto is if you speed, and also when speed cameras come up, it just takes over the whole screen. You can't see it at all. That's one of my gripes about Kalimoto. It's ever so good, but a warning comes up and that's it. It blinds you. It's like sticking a blindfold over your face. You can't see where you're going. So if there's a turn coming up, you'd miss it, and it has happened. So those of you watching this part now and you have got an R90 and you're very happy with it, and you don't think it's necessary to change anything in terms of the exhaust or having a modified map done on it, well then I'd say just make sure you don't ride another R90 that's had a modified map put on it, because I think you're going to see a big difference. Now I'm saying that without even knowing what it's like, because right now I'm riding this and I'm more than happy with what I've got. I love the way how the R90 rides. I think there's plenty of enough power in there. It's more than powerful enough for what I want to do with it. And it really shifts. It's great, and it's got this beautiful soulful feel and engine, and just everything about it. I truly love the R90. It's such a great Sunday bike. But we're going to put this modified map on it today, and I will let you know what it's like on the way home, and give you my honest thoughts. But then I think we're going to see a completely different animal once we modify the whole exhaust system and then get it mapped again based on the new exhaust system. There you go, can't see anything. And how long is that on my screen for? Look at that. So Cali Motor took me to the completely different location. And when I put it into Google Maps, it says it's 10 minutes away, but it's actually not. It's just because it can see traffic. And obviously, traffic doesn't apply to us, does it? So it'll take just a couple of minutes. F***ing hell. F***ing c***. How you doing?
Are you alright?
Can we take it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty straight line.
Oh.
Good ride up.
Yeah, not bad, thank you, yeah.
The bottom, you see. It's upstairs.
Right, so this is actually the second dyno. So we dynoed the bike when it got here. Then we took the ECU out, did a read of that, and then we Cal put a new map on there. Now I'm just going to take it for a ride and see what it's like. So come along for the ride. Do everything up. We've still got the factory exhaust system on the bike, but we've got a modified map on here. So I'm just taking it for a spin to see if I can feel any difference at all. Oh, I felt a bit of difference there. That did feel a little bit brighter. And the roads are busy. If I take my salesman hat off, if I take my salesman cap off, I'm going to say to you, I would not necessarily recommend the map. What I'm trying to say is there's a significant improvement. If I could have this for free, which I don't know if I've got this for free or not, if I could have it for free, or I could get it for, I don't know, let's say a very reasonable price, I would definitely say I want this, because it does make it a lot smoother and a lot brighter and everything. It's nice, and it's still got the nice. So I can't talk and concentrate at the same time, but it's still got a very nice old school feel about it. It's still got that soulful rev when you rev the engine, and the whole engine, the whole bike twists. It's still got that. But I don't know if I would necessarily go out of my way to getting the tune done with the stock setup. Oh, big lorry. I don't think I'm going to win that one, so I'm going to come out of the way for that one. So it's going to be very interesting to see what it's like when we've got the new exhaust on there. But if I'm going to put my salesman cap on, and I'm still speaking truthfully, so I'm not lying to you, well then, yeah, if you want more brake horsepower, and you want more power in the low rev range, which this is what I'm feeling on this, then go for it, definitely. Whoa! Yeah, do you know, I'll take that all back a little bit. I wish I'd held that a bit longer, because I think the front wheel would have come up then. Gotta sound pathetic. But yeah, there's a lot more power just then. That was actually very positive. Yeah, that's good. It's very good. So the next thing we're going to do to this is get it back, take off the whole exhaust system and put on... We're going to take it back, take off the whole exhaust system, put a decatted header on there and the Jekill Hyde. We're going to take off all this rear frame here because the new exhaust is coming up here to expose that whole rear wheel. Yeah, it's going to look epic and sound epic. So look at this, Kalimoto literally found me this road within about 5 miles of leaving BHP UK. So I've got 3 hours, well it said 3 hours 30 when I left BHP. Now down to 3 hours 23 to go. So it's going to be dark by the time I get home. I could have overtaken then. And I've got a bit more power. Now, only 1 brake horsepower on paper. You know, every bit of brake horsepower helps, doesn't it? Oh, this is lovely out here. What a beautiful place to come for a ride. So junctions like this, if you're ever doing a road book event, a junction like this would be very confusing because you don't get a map, you just get drawings. And depending what drawing they want to give you, depending on how confusing they make this junction. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is Yorkshire Dales. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a shame the sun's so low. But at least it's behind me, so I've got a good view. Just be wary that car's coming towards me and might not see me. There's no need for that. Beeping his horn at me there he was. Don't know what I did wrong. we go. That road wasn't closed. What are they on about? I'm a renegade. Such a rebel. A real shame. We've got a tractor ruining it for us. Real shame. Right, let's go and have a quick look. We're going to get this fired up in a second so you can hear the difference between the OEM that we fired up this morning, and we've now got the Jekill Hyde on here with the decatted header by Akrapovic on here. We haven't heard it yet. Now, I just need to excuse the fact that we haven't got the official mount on here for the exhaust. So if you know anything about our nineTs, you get the low slung exhaust, which that's what we had on here on this bike. And then from years ago, I'm sure they still make it, but I remember the R90 having a name, I think the R90 Sport version, where you had the high level exhaust, just like what you see, what I've got on here now. This is a high level exhaust. So I've gone from the low slung exhaust, which goes across the wheel, and I've now got the high hung exhaust. And because of that, and because I don't want to have the rear peg frame on my bike, I've taken all that off. Then I need to have the pillion peg delete kit for the exhaust, which we haven't got here. So I've ordered that. I've called BMW Wollaston's. They're going to have that ready for me on Tuesday of next week. So we're going to have that put on here. But for now, I'm not riding it this weekend, so we're just going to fire it up so you can hear it, but just excuse the great big jumbo zip tie that's holding the exhaust in place. It's not staying like that. So this is not finished yet, but we've just got the exhaust on there with a zip tie, just so we can hear the sound. Now, every time we film this with a customer, we're getting the customer's reaction. But in this case, I'm the business owner, but I'm also the customer. I haven't heard this yet, so let's have a listen to it. Go on then, Tom.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
That's closed. Okay, that's with the valve closed. I'm going to do it. Ready? Oh my God. Oh. Huh? No, I didn't. Yeah. Oh. Okay, again. Okay, now I'm going to do it halfway. Okay.
Get on the overrun. My ears are burning.
A little.
My eardrum.
That's nuts.
That big flame out the back.
Yeah, but you can feel it blowing. The compression was nuts.
Blowing Will's hair.
Was it blowing his hair? Yeah. That sounds different to the last Jekill Hyde we fitted.
Yeah, we didn't do a decat on Lee's.
Of course, yeah, we didn't do a decat, yeah.
That good. Isn't that good?
That's good.
That's going to annoy everybody.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. Okay, let's turn this on so we can hear it going. Too much. I think it's too much, but halfway. No. I think half open is quite nice. I had to go yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. Not long, just up the road and back. Can you just do that up? Can you just do that up, please? Will it go? Oh, don't worry about it. Okay, hang on, let's hit start. So one of the things, because we've taken the cat out, Cal at BHP might decide to remove the cold start option, so we won't have that high rev when we first start up. So I can hardly hear. I always wear earplugs to protect my ears from the wind noise. I can hear the engine, but it's not obscenely loud. I could do long road trips like this. It's a different sound to what we get from the stock exhaust. And it sounds, for me, it feels raspier. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more. Already I know that. I'm enjoying it more than what you get from the stock. But at this point in time, opening it fully just sounds far too obtrusive. I'll tell you what, I'm going to back off from this car and I'm going to open it fully so you can hear it. Right. So there we are. We've opened it up now. Let's drop it into third gear. Too much, so I'm going to take it. Well, I'll leave it open for now. See, for me, it embarrasses me, if I'm completely honest, having it that loud. Okay, let's close it. Right, valve is closed. We're just coming on our way to BHP UK now. Just down the road. See, I feel like I've bedded it in now. I feel like I've bedded the exhaust in and I've got a really nice raspy sound with the valve closed. I like that sound. It sounds great. Okay, here we are, back at BHP UK again. Right, very quickly, very raw. We're back here at BHP with Cal and Luigi. I'll say hello to Luigi as well. Right, the decatted header is on the bike. The Jekill Hyde is on the bike. We're about to kick it all off now. So it's going to get pretty loud in here right now. So hopefully it's all going to come through well. If it doesn't, I'll be using Luigi's footage, if you let me. Right, let's crack on and see how it goes. Cool. Right. Hopefully we've got some battery left here. Oh, where's my phone? Where's my phone? I need to know where I'm going. I'm lost without my sat-nav. Right, so quick recap. I'm probably going to give you a full rundown when I'm in the workshop. But we've gained an extra 8 horsepower. Now, we haven't gained an extra 8 horsepower from the map. We've gained an extra 8 horsepower by removing the cat. Now, what Cal was telling me is that there wasn't a huge change required in the fueling in between the last time we came and now. But obviously he has made some fine-tuning tweaks to it just so it's running to perfection, nice and smooth, and the fueling's spot on. So I should see a big difference in lower revs. So what we've achieved here is an extra 8 brake horsepower because of the exhaust modifications, and then we've just backed that up with getting it perfectly dialed in by BHP UK. So if you are in the market for an upgraded R90 exhaust and you wanted the Akrapovic titanium decat headers and a Jekill Hyde, well then you can now purchase the map from us. You can buy the flasher unit from a bike thing, and then it arrives at your house. You connect it up to your bike. You do a download of your factory map. You then send the map off to BHP UK. What are you stopping for, love? To which they then send you a modified map, which is specifically for your bike. So I'm gone half open. I quite like this sound. So, valve half open, second gear, let's give it some acceleration and hear what it's like. That doesn't look very safe, does it? This video, you didn't change anything on the bike. We just took it up to Cal at BHP UK and got that modified map fitted. The results from that weren't incredible. I did feel a slight difference in the ride, and because I know that that bike is now running as it should be, then it makes me happier knowing that we've got a bike running exactly as it should be, and it's not mapped just for emissions, that side of things, okay? But we got 1 extra brake horsepower just from having it remapped as stock. I then brought it back home, and then we put the Akrapovic titanium decat header on there, and then we put the high level Jekill Hyde exhausts, which means we've got the electronic button on the handlebar so we can control the valve, the flap, inside the can itself, so we can bring the sound down a little bit. Once we did that, we then took it back up to BHP again, and then we had the map modified again. This gave us an extra 8 brake horsepower, so I think we're now kicking out an extra 9 brake horsepower from a stock bike. Can I notice the difference? Absolutely. You can definitely notice the difference. First of all, it sounds better, but the power delivery is just different. It's already a very torquey bike, it's just more torque, and there's definitely more power in that low to mid-range section of the revs. It's a completely different animal now. If you want to get a modified map for your R90 without the hassle of taking it to somewhere like BHP and having it dynoed, well then I've saved you the time of that, because these maps are now on file at BHP UK. You can buy them from us. So you can buy an ECU flasher from a bike thing. We will then deliver it to you, and then you do a read of your ECU onto your flasher, and then you send that to BHP UK. They will then ask you the question, or you'll tell them, okay, I've got a modified exhaust on there. Or you might say, I've got no modified exhaust. But they will then send you the correct map for your bike based on the configuration of your bike. And if you have any doubts whatsoever, please just email us at team@bikething, and we'll tell you if there's a modified map readily available for your R90 or any BMW or KTM, Ducati, any bike out there really. If you want a modified map put on there so it runs so much better, then just ping us an email, team@bikething.com. BHP UK will then send that modified map back to you to download onto your ECU flasher. You then plug your flasher into your bike, and then you upload it, which means you've now got your factory map on your flasher, which you downloaded, and you've got your modified map on there, so you can toggle between the two as and when you want to. It's very, very good like that. So now I've got the R90, it's all done and dusted, and I was tempted to bring it out here in the Picos because, to be honest, it would have kept up easily with the 1300s that we've got in our group. We've got an M1000 XR in the group as well, but although that's an extremely powerful bike and the Ducati Pikes Peak, I do believe the R90 and my 1300 GS keeps up absolutely fine. So it's fair to say the BMW R90 is now probably I can't say it's my favourite toy in the barn. One of my favourites. It's my favourite when it comes to going for a ride out to the pub, not to drink alcohol of course, but doing a couple of hours, going somewhere, having some fish and chips, riding back. I probably wouldn't use it on a full road trip, although it was very tempting to bring it out here to the Picos, but the guys needed it back at the barn to finish off this video work, so I definitely bought the 1300 GS with me, which is just an incredible bike. I love this bike, it's so good. And don't forget, this has got a decatted header on there as well, with a Jekill Hyde. The sound is incredible, but I also want to let you know about the sound choices, because the Jekill Hyde isn't about power, although you are going to get a little bit of power out because of you fitting a Jekill Hyde. It's about the sound, it's all about the sound. And because we've taken that cat out, it changes the sound that Jekill Hyde intended you to have. So it's a bit of like, we're doing something they don't want us to do, but that's okay. We can do that. It's our bike, it's my bike, I do what I want. And I prefer the difference in sound that I can achieve. So I actually prefer running my Jekill Hyde on my R90 with a closed valve. I know that sounds crazy. And people thinking, well, if it's closed, how the fumes getting out? Well, it gets around the sides. There's on the R90 it's completely different. On the GS you've got a double barrel shotgun at the back, so the valve only closes one of them. But on the R90, the exhaust fumes come out around the actual baffle itself. It sounds really good. So just by having that decat done and the sound coming around the closed valve, it sounds great and it doesn't lack any power at all. I like that sound. As soon as we open that valve fully, personally, I think it's obscene and it's too much. It's far too loud. If we half close it, it's still loud, but bearable. I would accept that. Okay, but for me, it's all about having it closed. It still sounds really, really good and a million times better than the stock sound. Anyway, I've said enough. Hope you really enjoyed the video about the R90. Until next time, stay safe behind bars, not these bars, but these bars. And I'll see you in the next video.